welcome to Thorough Newspaper Analysis, which is presented to you by Law Seekho. Today we'll discuss newspaper of 27th and 28th December 2020. We'll discuss important articles from this. So, we have one news item for the day that is titled as Governor's Role in Calling an Assembly Session, What the Law Says and Court Says. This is an article from the Indian Express. Also, we have a news item for News in Flash, which is important for prelims purpose. So, if you are preparing for judiciary service examinations, you can definitely go through the lot of the courses. It is a judiciary test preparation course. You can get the link to this course in our description of this video. Also, you can download free study materials from here. The MCQ question for the day is, birth anniversary of which noted leaders is celebrated as Good Governance Day? Option A, Bharat Ratna late Madan Mohan Malabya. Option B, Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Option C, Pakistan PM Nawaz Sharif. Option D, none of the above. You can write your answers in the comment section below. The descriptive question of the day is, discuss the constitutional provisions under which governor of a state can call a assembly session. You can write your answers in 250 words. The first article for the day is Governor's Role in the Calling Assembly Session. Recently, the Kerala Governor, Mr. Arif Mohammed Khan, has refused to summon a special sitting of the Assembly to debate the new central farm laws. So, the Kerala government wants to call for a special sitting in the legislature which would discuss about the new central farm laws which has been protested in the national capital since many days. So the Kerala government has asked the governor to call for a special sitting or to summon the sitting in the assembly. However, it has been refused by the governor. Regarding this, there has been some provisions in the constitution, that is Article 174 and Article 163. Article 174 gives the discretion to the governor by saying the governor shall from time to time summon the house or each house of the legislature of the state to meet at such time and place as he thinks fit. However, Article 163 says the governor is required to act on the aid and advice of the cabinet. That is, the governor is there to be aided and advised by the cabinet. So, here the question arises regarding the power that can be exercised by a governor of a state, whether he can exercise his discretion or he has always to be aided and advised by the cabinet. Regarding this, there has been few instances where the governor is given the right to summon the house despite the refusal by the CM or the cabinet. That is when there is a non-confidence motion against the CM. In that case only, the governor is allowed to use his discretion and call for a session or summon the legislature. However, in all other cases, it has to be aid and advised according to Article 163. In 2016, there was Arunachal Pradesh political crisis in which the Supreme Court held that governor cannot refuse the request of a cabinet that enjoys majority in the house unless it is patently or genuinely unconstitutional. So, with the Arunachal Pradesh political crisis which existed almost for 1 year or more, starting from 2014 December to 2016, the Supreme Court finally gave its verdict that governor cannot refuse the request of a cabinet which enjoys majority. If the cabinet is not enjoying majority and there has been initiated a non-confidence motion, then only a governor can use his majority, else that would not be constitutional. Secondly, in the Sarkaria Commission also, it was said, so long as the Council of Ministers enjoys the confidence, its advice must be deemed as binding on the governor. The Sarkaria Commission, which talked about the center state relationship, it gave its opinion that unless as long as it enjoys confidence, that is the council of minister and enjoys confidence, the advice is binding on the governor. The Supreme Court in this ruled that in ordinary circumstances, the power vests with governor under Article 174 to summon, prorogue, and dissolve the house or houses, and it must be exercised in consonance with the aid and advice of the CM and his council of ministers. Secondly, power to summon is to be read as a function and not a power of the governor. So the Supreme Court again and again reinstated that this power, which is said power to summon, is not a power given to the governor, rather, it is a function of the governor in the constitutional machinery which he has to do. You can go through this Article 174 and Article 163 and also the Arunachal crisis timeline here. Moving ahead, let's see, we have the news in flash. ICC's team of the decade in Indian hands. So, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was named captain of ICC's ODI and T20 international teams of the decade. Virat Kohli was voted skipper of the test team. Indians dominated the limited overs team by having 3 players in ODIs, 4 in T20s, while English has 4 in test side. Among women, Harmanpreet Kaur and Poonam Yadav made it to T20 team of the decade. Mithila Raj and Jhulan Goswami were in ODI teams. So, this was all for today. Thank you.